Hi, everybody, and good Friday to you. It's the 25th, and that means it's the last Friday of August. Enjoy this one. We won't have any more like it in August, and maybe not for a while. I mean, what else could you ask for weather-wise? And it's going to continue to roll right on through your weekend. Showers not expected until Monday, maybe mid to late Monday. And then we're going to start watching the clock and the weather forecast because we have our own setup to worry about, and we're still, of course, watching the scenario that may develop from anything left over from Hurricane Harvey, which is bearing down on the Texas coast. We're still talking about up to 25 inches of rainfall. We're still talking about up to 12 feet of storm surge. One word all day that I've seen to describe it the most, simply catastrophic, and we hope that everyone there is heeding warnings to get out of the eye of that storm as soon as possible. We'll take a look at Harvey and your local weather forecast in much more detail in just a few moments, and of course we'll look ahead to next weekend, our Labor Day forecast. Can't believe I'm even saying that, but indeed 1 week from tonight we'll be well into our Labor Day and Heritage Day weekend. We'll be talking about that throughout all of next week. Tonight on the program, I hinted last night that I had an SEC related story for you tonight. I do. We're talking about colors and what they're applied to that definitely have a taste of the SEC. We'll get to that in a second. Also, some updates in court filings in regards to 2 federal cases, actually 3 technically, in regards to that of Greg Howard facing up to 30 years on drug charges in McGoffin County. Also, some court filings indicating the next step or thing to happen or revelation in the cases of Magistrate Gary Rooster Reisner and Larry Shepard. I've got a few tidbits from Community Today, and I've got some other news and information to share. I also am a bit under the gun, so to speak, time-wise, and just a few minutes after 5 o'clock, I received a call that Sayersville Police Officer Mike Nichols was literally in my driveway involved in a traffic stop or some sort of a situation that may net 2 or 3 drug-related arrests. I'm just not quite certain at this time, but I ran out of the newsroom just moments ago to see what the situation was, to make sure everything was okay at the house and with everyone at home, and then quickly came back. If there's anything newsworthy to come out of that, we'll, of course, have a full report on Monday's program. With all of that said, so before I leave you for this beautiful weekend that's lying ahead, let's talk about the SEC. It rules. The Southeastern Conference rules in basketball and in football and in any other ball, for that matter, and it also rules in trucks, too. Big, beautiful, shiny trucks rolling right out of the Logan Corporation building and facility here in Sayersville. While taking some pictures at Logan Corporation earlier today, the first truck I came to when I pulled on the lot was a stunning. Yeah, even if you're not a truck or equipment person, you're still going to think it's stunning. Pearl orange and white Peterbilt. And the first thing I ask is, was that thing going to Tennessee? And actually,
we got a 3-unit order from one of our dealerships down south, and as it turns out, it just worked out that the colors that they requested ended up being SEC colors. So we've got Tennessee, Kentucky, and Alabama, I guess, trucks that we're getting ready to deliver, and they're 2-tone, and it just makes those colors pop. I mean, these are top shelf quality dump bodies, and the colors just makes it that much more pleasant to look at. And, these aren't cheap trucks either. These are high-dollar units.
And they're new and improved as well. They've got a new innovative design that's both effective and gives them an even slicker look.
Yeah, I mean, it's constant improvement. We work every day. These trucks here have our first high-lift gates where the air cylinders that lift the gates are actually inside the rear post, so they're tucked away, protected, and it's a lot smoother appearance.
And with trucks as high-tech and as sharp as that, business is good. They're still growing, they're still adding machines and tools to work with, and are still planning on adding to their payrolls.
We're up to around 50 shop employees. We're actually beginning to go into our slow period of the year because not many people want to buy a brand new dump truck this late in the season, so we're kind of a seasonal, our production is kind of seasonal, but we have all kinds of projects lined up to help us out with our production next year that we can work on this winter, and we're going to try our best to keep everybody that we've got employed and hire a bunch more next spring like we did this spring.
I'm afraid it might sound a little bit misleading, like it's going to be sitting here with nothing to manufacture. That's not going to be the case.
Oh, no. Whenever we say we're slowing down, it means we're just not going to be wide open like we have been overtime and 6 days a week. We're going to go back to a 40-hour week, and we're going to have plenty to do.
Yeah, and it was, I'm sure, no coincidence that the colors were chosen. You do have, indeed, crimson red. You've got that Tennessee orange, and, of course, that Kentucky blue, all going down to Nashville. They are the biggest dealer in the United States, and they're very well aware that they've got customers from three very popular, one more so than the other two, but three very popular states supporting their home team and colors, and just a nice display, and nice to always check in with them every few months and see how things are going. Glad to hear they're continuing to grow and meet and or exceed all the expectations they had while moving to Sayersville. Gorgeous trucks, gorgeous. I'll be right back. Hang on. Curb your appetite for a good deal and some home cooking at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe, where we started the under $5 daily special. Saturdays get a 10-piece hot and spicy wing dinner with all the fixins, only $4.69, $3.99 after 4 o'clock. And on Sundays, our famous chicken and dumpling special with homemade cobbler and ice cream, only $4.49, $3.99 after 4. And we cater gatherings big or small at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Parkway Pharmacy, now open earlier from 8 a.m. until 6 in the evening to better suit your schedule and lifestyle, and to help you get better and live a healthier life. And if allergies are bogging you down, they're armed with the very best in over-the-counter relief for adults and your children. Reach owner pharmacist Jesse Rudd and his assistant pharmacist Megan Castle and their staff at 8 o'clock in the mornings or at 349-4400.
August is hot, and so are the savings at Appalachian Wireless, where all smartphones are 50% off. The 64-gig Galaxy S8, normally $149.99, now $74.99. Sizzle! The GS8 Plus, normally $249.99, now $124.99. Scorch it! Even the 64, 128, and 256-gig models, all 50% off. Volcanic! 50% off all smartphones while supplies last. 2-year agreement required. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company.
We are all human. Because we're not perfect, we tend to make mistakes. Unfortunately, some mistakes are severe and carry more consequences than others. If you have been hurt in a car wreck, a truck wreck, or because of someone's mistake, reckless or careless behavior, you deserve help with your medical expenses, lost wages, and serious permanent pain and injuries that you have been made to suffer and will continue to suffer for the rest of your life. If you have been injured, I can help. I'm attorney Don Wayne McFarland. Call me and let me go to work for you. 349-9000.
Here's a new list of specials at Gateway. This Chevy Intervan runs great, cold AC, $49.90. This 2015 Commander 500 Camo ATV just traded for 72 miles. As new, save thousands. And a pair of RAV4s. This 2010 all-wheel drive, excellent price and payment. And this 05 RAV4 all-wheel drive, $5,900 or best offer. This 06 Crew Cab is a 4x4 and thousands below book at just $10,900. And most payments under $200 a month at Gateway Motors in Sayersville. The only difference in these washers and mowers from new is the incredible low price. And the same goes for tools, electronics, jewelry, games, and more at Parkway Gun and Pawn, where they buy and sell gold and silver and loan cash every day on just about anything worth $1. Stop by on Parkway Drive or call 349-PAWN.
Hi, I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. At my law office, we're determined to offer you and your family outstanding, cost-effective, and responsive legal services. I can help you if you've been injured in a car wreck. I'll be in your corner if you have a DUI or other criminal charges. To file bankruptcy and stop those harassing phone calls, or I'll fight for you and your children in divorce and custody cases. For all your legal services, contact me when it matters. In Sayersville at 349-4522, and West Liberty at 743-1965.
Turning to court filings from federal court, we now have a date which apparently has been set for what appears to be a plea agreement which has been reached between the federal government and Greg Howard of Howard's Grocery in McGoffin County. I alluded to several days ago that he had been reviewing a plea which was offered by the government, apparently one which he has accepted because they have now set a resentencing date in his case. We've covered the case in a couple of times, so I'll not go back too far, but just a quick reminder, he was on parole for a previous drug selling conviction, and then back in March of this year, Howard's Grocery and his residence were both raided by state, federal, and local authorities, and he was arrested on several charges, subsequently indicted thereafter for selling a large quantity of prescription pills on numerous occasions. And at last report, as I told you, they had apparently requested more time to go over a plea agreement that was offered by the government, which was very adamant that they were going to enforce and request the full 30 years that he was facing. However, the investigation or the case has changed to some degree. At last report, we know that just a few days ago, Howard had requested that the matter be set for resentencing, and then we have learned just this week that the court has granted a resentencing, a rearrangement rather, to be held on the 30th of this month at 3 o'clock, where we believe that will be where he will be resentenced, entering a plea to some or all, but more than likely some, of the before-mentioned charges in regards to the several counts he faces for conspiracy and distribution of drugs here in Magoffin County. We'll follow that, and of course that being on the 30th, and find out what that means and what that entails as soon as possible. There's also a court date that's been set in the case of Magistrate Gary Rooster Reisner and that of Larry Shepard. Their cases to be presented together. They will argue for an appeal, as has been set for October the 5th in the 6th Circuit Court of Appeals in Cincinnati. They will be allotted 10 minutes for each defendant, 20 minutes for the plaintiff, in regards to their request for an appeal. I'm also following information and details about the possible early release of Gary Rooster Reisner as well. I've been placing some calls trying to get some records. I hope to have more on that situation for you in the coming days. Now let's go on to Friday's community calendar. Relatively brief, a few announcements and things of that nature to pass along to you, courtesy of our friends at Magoffin Farm Bureau. And 1 week from tomorrow, I'll remind you a couple of times next week, but the Sayersville High School class of 1972 celebrating 45 years. They will do so with a free reunion for a classmate and a guest. They hope all classmates will come and bring someone with you if you would like. It's going to be there behind the Board of Education in the old school building behind the board, and it's going to be Saturday, next weekend of the Labor Day weekend. And if you have any questions, indeed, you can call a couple of classmates at 776-9261 or 792-2384. And I perhaps maybe say it every year, probably do, but I just can't believe Heritage Days and Labor Day weekend is upon us. And indeed it is. And in regards to the pageants, which everyone also loves, there's going to be one more round of sign-ups for the baby and children's pageants. That will be Monday, 4 to 6. I won't see you again until then at the Historical Societies. $20 per entry for anyone who wants to get their little one, or maybe not so little, into one of the pageants. Monday, 4 to 6 at the Historical Society. And from our local Sayersville Masonic Lodge, they are hoping to get some donations for their annual Coats for Kids program. Coats and shoes for a lot of great kids in Magoffin County. They've been doing this program for years, and it's made such a huge difference in so many young lives. So if you can help support them, $1 here, $1 there, it makes all the difference in the world. And a few more than that will make even that much more of a difference. You can call 424-6302. to Paul Montgomery if you'd like to make a donation, or you can simply drop a check in the mail. Sayersville Masonic Lodge, P.O. Box 936. That's 936 in Sayersville. And call me anytime you've got a calendar announcement, birthdays, anniversaries, and all your church groups and organizations. It's free. All you have to do is tell me so I can tell everyone else about it. P.O. Box 1443 in Sayersville. Your news today at yahoo.com. Facebook me on my page at Ritter Mortimer, phone 349-3699. The fax machine has been working. I say this, now it's not going to come on for weeks. Has worked really good for the past year or two. We usually go through one about every 6 months, but it's been online and working very well at 349-3221. One funeral service announcement to pass along to you this evening, brought to you by the Magoffin County Funeral Home. We're sad to hear the passing tonight of 39-year-old Kenny Harold Blanton of Sayersville, a very well-known, respected, and accomplished musician He, of course, leaves behind a great deal of family and friends, a list of which we'll have at a later date. Services are incomplete at this hour, but are being made by the family under the care of the Magoffin County Funeral Home. I expect that you'll be able to go to MagoffinCountyFuneralHome.com over the weekend to find out more about services, which are to be held for 39-year-old Kenny Blanton. A tire more than 25% low, about 8 pounds, makes you 3 times more likely, and worn-out tires 11 times more likely to be in a tire-related crash. Don't take your or their safety for granted. Come in for a free inspection, 6 months no-interest financing, the best price and best selection at Conley Tire in Staffordsville. Yes, Logan makes the best truck bodies on the market, and they also have a fully stocked warehouse of dump body parts, PTOs, hydraulic pumps, hoists, anything you need to get back on the road. And they are a full-service steel and aluminum service center. They keep I-beam, channel, angle, pipe, round rod, rebar, expanded metal, sheet metal, and aluminum all in stock. And if you've got a big project, they do commercial manufacturing to your specs. Logan, since 1904. Yes, that's a 68 with an awesome 302, an updated 5-speed, over $6,000 in just recent restoration receipts, all with only about 70,000 miles. It's only at Broadway Auto Sales in Paintsville. And this 07 Expedition Eddie Bauer, and this 2011 Nissan Altima, and this super sporty 07 Colorado are all drastically cut to sell quick. Come check them out at Broadway Auto Sales in Paintsville. Wanting you to have a healthier life means providing access to quality, affordable health care. And to do exactly that, Hope Family Medical Center offers full dental care with Dr. Pratt and his team, a pediatrician team of 3 doctors and nurses and moms, complete health care by family physician Dr. Kelly Pratt and nurse practitioners Mildred Sizemore, Gail Faria, Shannon Conley, and Heather Blair. Behavioral health services with Kimberly Davis, with in-house lab testing and results, in-house x-ray and pharmacy, and all the caring, knowledge, and experience that these medical professionals represent
at Hope Family Medical Center.
Much more than diesel specialist, Black Smoke Performance is turning out excellent auto body collision paint and repair results with free quotes and estimates on everything from insurance jobs to that ding you got in the driveway, custom lift kits, bed liners, winches, and accessories, and full diagnostics and repair on anything gas or diesel, from brakes to fluid changes to major auto repair. If you want it fixed, lifted, painted, customized, or just maintained, just call on the team at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville, 100 May Drive, or 349-8785. Stop by the seasonal shop for the 2 biggest events of the season and find all the help, gifts, and decor you need with baby and wedding registry, something extra special for the new arrival or that little one turning 1 or more, and wedding registry, ideas, and planning for everything from the ceremony to gifts to the home. And the seasonal shop also has thoughtful ways to honor memories of loved ones lost, with personal and gravesite decorations that they'll gladly deliver to our local funeral homes. Find something to cherish all your memories at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville. A few more tidbits from Community Day. Of course, I had on Monday's program our initial offering in regards to all the music and food and fun that took place over the course of the weekend. Later on, we'll be talking about thanking all the sponsors and seeing how much money you helped everyone raise. Tonight, though, a few tidbits that I didn't and wasn't able to include in Monday's report. If you recall, on Monday, I told you about an emergency that took place just as I had arrived to capture some video and cover the service awards, the honorees that were about to be recognized, and a few other things during Community Day. And that, of course, pulled me away for quite some time, and I just missed the whole thing. But fortunately, with some photographs and a few details, I still need to share those with you tonight. So on behalf of Your News Today, as well as Scotty Patrick and Donna Sayer and everyone at the Sayersville National Bank and everyone with the Community Foundation as well, we wish to make sure that everyone is well aware of the special folks that they paid special attention to during Community Day. Yeah, I missed, oh, so sadly, all of the wonderful talent from Echo. Let the Echo ring. That's such a good catchphrase. The McGoffin County High School and Harold Whitaker Middle School students made a big splash at Community Day this year. Their performance was part of the Echo partnership that we've covered on numerous occasions here on the program with the school system and the Community Foundation. Over 50 students from the schools showed off their talents for a very enthusiastic crowd. Performances included the high school band, the middle school choir, the high school dance team, a lot of individual performances as well by a lot of students, and the Community Day performance was the second in a series of programs as part of the partnership. And there are, as Scotty B told us back on Monday's program and Donna, there are plans to continue to grow so that McGoffin's youth can further demonstrate their talents. In addition to the student performers, over 40 additional students, well, you saw them if you made your way around to the booths, participated in a scholarship-enhancing program by assisting those nonprofit organizations during the day. 2 of them stationed at each of those booths, those local nonprofits, and they made a big difference. And it's a partnership that we look forward to seeing grow, as we are most certain that it will. And the folks in this picture took part in the presentation honoring Connie Wireman with the 2017 Service Award, as well as remembering Todd Preston and Stanley Gardner for their efforts in establishing and growing the McGoffin County Historical Society. Left to right are children of Todd, of course, Abby Connolly and Jessica Howard, Toddy Preston, Teresa Dotson, daughter of Stanley Gardner, Marcia Arnett, McGoffin County Historical Society member and director Dorothy Wireman, and Stanley's brother, Ben. Congratulations on behalf of all these folks and, of course, for the family that they represent. And also, as the foundation presented Connie Wireman with the Service Award for 2017, Wireman, the co-founder, of course, of the Historical Society, her granddaughter, Delaney, was proud and honored to accept the honor on her behalf, and is shown with Donna Salyer, president of the Salyersville National Bank, and, of course, Scotty Patrick. Everyone knows Scotty and Donna, chairman of the McGoffin County Community Foundation. A special thanks to those at the bank for forwarding me these pictures. Once again, it was just a portion of the entire event that one of the main focal points of my day was to be there for that, and of course I just couldn't be. So thank you for sharing those photographs with me and those details so I could pass it along to all of those folks, because indeed we need to let everyone know that these folks were honored for their hard work and that of their loved ones. Congratulations to everybody. Heard one word used more than any other to describe Hurricane Harvey all day, and it's been catastrophic. Hurricane Harvey is churning towards Texas, bringing a life-threatening storm surge, up to 2 feet, if not more, of rainfall. The first storm of its kind to strike the United States in a dozen years, bearing down on millions of Americans. Yeah, catastrophic, life-threatening, just a few of the words and phrases used to describe the hurricane. Flooding could reach 12 feet above ground level, maybe more. Maybe even 3 feet of rain in some areas. It's a Category 3 storm now. Could be a major hurricane upon landfall, which will be later on tonight in the AM tomorrow. They're already anticipating extensive damage, structural damage to those buildings which are built to withstand storms of this nature, or storms of great magnitude, and complete destruction of a lot of mobile homes and other structures. Locations uninhabitable for weeks. This is the wind speed predicted. That dark purple, 100 to 110 miles per hour. Follow the rings out to the yellow, still 40-mile-an-hour sustained winds, all the way down to 10 miles per hour in the farthest from the epicenter. This graphic from the National Weather Service gives us a timeline as to what's expected and the potential path. Landfall predicted for, once again, during the overnight. A 30-mile stretch of coastline about 70 miles northeast of Corpus Christi. That's just the eye of the storm. We're talking about hundreds of miles of coastline to be affected all together. The most powerful storm since 2005. 110-mile-per-hour winds expected, rapidly intensifying. The storm rapidly intensifying as it approaches the coast of Texas. And before we go into our local forecast, this is an updated graph of what precipitation we might expect to see, and it has shifted much more to the western part of the state. This could change a dozen times between now and when it's over, and when we might see some precipitation next week, but the latest depiction shows that we might not see as much rainfall, maybe not even any associated with Harvey or the remnants thereof. We're already going to have some rainfall on our own to deal with, but not before a still beautiful fall-like weekend ahead. Another night into the low 50s. I mean, it's just nice and brisk in there out there in the mornings. Clear skies tonight, 53, a light northeast wind. A Saturday that you just really couldn't ask for much more improvement up. Sunny, 78, mostly clear tomorrow night. Enjoy it. Take that day in if you can. And Sunday, more of the same. A little fog late tomorrow night, early Sunday morning. Temperatures climbing to right around 80 degrees on your Sunday. Still full-blown sunshine. Maybe just a few clouds, partly cloudy skies rolling in Sunday afternoon and Sunday night, but nothing more than partly cloudy skies ahead of Monday, which will be ahead of any showers that we might see. Right now, we'll call Monday mostly sunny most of the day, 79 degrees, still a beautiful day. And I think right now, in fact, that we won't even see any showers until Tuesday. The window right now has been bumped up to include a 20% chance of showers, mainly late Monday night. So I'm talking after midnight or so, and I'm going to stick with that. So we've got, this would be an awesome, I said it last night, this would have been an awesome Labor Day forecast. Nevertheless, after Monday, things start to change. Tuesday, 77, clouds and showers. But it might not be all that bad. We might, if Harvey gives us a break, clear up by the weekend. Right now, Wednesday, partly sunny, 78. Thursday, partly sunny, 79. Of course, that's when everything's going to start here in McGoffin County. Friday, partly sunny and a 20% chance of showers and 81. So we've got some rain early, Tuesday of next week and some slight chances thereafter. If Harvey doesn't give us some more added precipitation, we might be okay. One thing for sure, we will talk much more about it next week. In closing, thank you so much for being here tonight, last night, every night this week, and every night that you have been here. Of course, we couldn't do it without all of our wonderful sponsors, as well as those wonderful folks at Howard's Cable and at Foothills Communications. We wish to thank them as well, and we wish that you would let all of those folks know that you're watching every chance you have. Enjoy a beautiful weekend. I can't promise you that the next one, which also falls on Labor Day, will be as nice, but we'll certainly be tracking that and other news and information when we start off next week, heading into September. Good night, and thanks for watching.